Welcome back to the show. There are so many investment options available right now. It can be overwhelming. But what is the best strategy when it relates to your 401k? We have Adam Taylor, CEO of Taylor Financial, here to help break it down. So good morning. Welcome.
Morning.
Glad you're here.
Glad to be
Very
here.
Important topic. So I want to start here. When it relates to different retirement solutions that are available for self-employed employees and W-2 employees,
Sure.
Where should we start there?
Yeah, so there was a recent study from Bloomberg that said since COVID, there's been 5 million more businesses that have been created. And so a lot of these entrepreneurs, a lot of these business owners are looking for retirement plans that are maybe not the norm, right? So a very popular one is called a solo 401k. And a solo 401k, it allows you to set aside quite a bit of money. And it could be anywhere from $22,500 to $30,000 a year before adding on profit sharing. So 401k for the individual is great. SEP IRAs are pretty popular still.
Okay.
Simple IRAs for small companies. So there's a lot of new ones that have been very, very helpful for individuals and for business owners.
Yeah, we did see that mass exodus, right, during the pandemic. So those are great options. So up next, when it comes to a spouse that is not working, what can they do to contribute to a retirement plan?
Yeah, so I'm the CEO of Taylor Financial, but when I get home, I relinquish that title to my wife, right?
Yeah.
So in a situation where clients maybe have just one income earner and they contribute to a 401k, the spouse can still do a spousal IRA, and they could do anywhere from $6,500 to $7,500 a year, whether pre-tax or post-tax. So it's a great option to continue to save more, but even for individuals like myself, where I want to be done well before the age of 50, there might be an opportunity to invest in taxable accounts. Even though it's not qualified and beneficial from the IRS standpoint, it helps with a lot of the liquidity and able to save money if you want to be done before the age of 60.
Okay, good to know. Now, have there been any recent changes to retirement plans that people should be aware of?
Yeah, so Secure Act 0.0 came into play earlier this year, and that really is where the government is forcing and helping to encourage savings. So one of the changes have been automatic contributions to 401ks. So we talked earlier that financial planning is usually number 11 on your top 10 things to do. So people, when they start a new job, they sometimes forget that, hey, I want to contribute. So one of those changes has been automatic contributions. Things like Roth 401ks, Roth SEP IRAs, Roth Simples have come into play to where you can pay taxes now and not have to pay in the future. So there's been a lot of changes, but highly encourage you to talk with an advisor to help there.
Okay, so you just mentioned Roth. So I want to ask you, how much should we be saving, and should it be in a traditional or Roth plan?
Yeah, great question. So we always encourage our clients to save first. It's much easier to save and then spend trying to spend and save. So if clients can save 20% of their income, that is a great start. As far as should they do Roth, should they do traditional? It's the cliche answer, it depends, right? But it depends on their age, depends on their income now and what they think it will be. Depends maybe on their mindset of taxes. Are taxes low now, or could they be higher in the future? So Roth is paying taxes on the seed and not the harvest, and traditional is the opposite.
Okay, so we spoke earlier about that mass exodus, but some people left one job to go to another job, not necessarily working for themselves. So if they did that during COVID or the years after that, what should they do with those old 401ks from their past employers?
So you can leave it where it is, not advisable, right? Because the provider may say, take your 401k somewhere else. If they have a new job, they could potentially move into their employer's 401k. They could take it out and move into their own IRA that they manage themselves, or they can move it into an IRA that a professional team, an advisor, people like we do. So it really depends. With a 401k, if they need a loan potentially in the future, maybe it makes sense to put it into the employer plan. If they need $10,000 for a home purchase, well, maybe having money in an IRA could be advisable. So it depends on one's overall plan, but
Okay.
but yeah.
So what I'm hearing is that there are lots of different options we can choose from, and so it really is best to come to a professional like you. What are some other benefits of working with a team like yours?
Yeah, so we're, the advisors and myself, we're geeks, right? I have more letters behind my name than in my name. So we're constantly sharpening the saw, constantly thinking about how can we be an advocate for our clients and make sure we're up to date with some of the new things. So where we add a tremendous amount of value, probably the most, is being a coach and behavioral. So when the market goes down X%, we're not clients, they come to us and we talk them off the ledge sometimes. Go back to what's the long-term vision. So obstacles are what you see when you when you have trees in front of you, but having that vision long-term is crucial. So the behavioral coaching is pretty important, among other things that advisor can do.
Of course, perfect. Well, thank you so much for teaching us today.
Sure.
Very helpful segment. You can get more information by going online to taylorfinancial.com.